Hi friends, welcome to Harmony Hills Home and Garden. I'm Jenny and we're gardening here in Baltimore, Maryland, Zone 7. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about some filler evergreens that I want to put into the backyard. So come along with me and let's see about adding even more winter interest through evergreens into the backyard. Good morning friends. I decided to come out to my local big box home improvement store and look around their garden section because I wanted to see if they had gotten new plants in the last few days, and sure enough they did. I'm still trying to fill out the shrub foundations of my backyard, and I decided after putting in all the stuff that we've put in so far that I still needed some evergreen interest for winter. And so I am on the lookout for boxwoods, I'm on the lookout for euonymus, and junipers are some things I'm still looking for, and maybe another camellia. Just different things that will still provide some nice green winter interest. And so here's what I found. I have a cart full. Oh my goodness. I found green velvet boxwoods for $10, $9.98. They're small, but they will grow. These are a really sweet new green leaf. These are not glossy. You can see the mature leaves here are not glossy at all. They kind of earn their name, green velvet. Sorry about the noise. I got 3 of these and I figured I'll just scatter them around and they will grow slowly but surely. They are good up to zone 4, I believe. Yes, zone 4. They will eventually get 3 to 4 feet in height and width, but it'll take them a while to get there. I also picked up a green mountain for $10. This one's a little bit bigger than the green velvets. You can see the green mountain gets bigger. But it also has small green leaves. They're somewhat matte. This is not a variegated leaf. This is just an indication that the nursery over the winter over-fertilized them, and they will recover from that, and it will be a solid green leaf. It's a little bit darker. That's kind of the color we're aiming for. The new foliage is small. These leaves on the green velvet are somewhat elongated, long and skinny. And on the green mountain, they're a little bit less long and skinny, a little bit wider. Otherwise, this is a really similar looking plant. There's a very slight shade difference between the new foliage of the green velvet versus the green mountain. But they're very similar. The leaf size is similar, the shape is similar, the texture, and you can see that both of them are matte. Neither of them are glossy leaves. The velvet one is a little bit more matte, a little bit softer, almost silver, although that could be mineral deposits from the watering that they received in the nursery. So I got 3 of the small ones of these and 1 of the small green mountain. And then I filled my basket up over here. Honestly, I don't even know how many of what I got, but I did get a lot of winter gem, and these are glossy leaves. They're beautifully shiny. They're a brighter green in the spring, although they will, over the summer, they'll get a little bit darker. But you can see that they're glossy leaves, so they will reflect light in the shade. I got a couple of different sizes of these. I got a big one, I got a medium one, I got a small one, or 2, maybe 2 small ones. I think I picked up 1 small one that had a strong central leader so that I could try to do some topiary with it. And then the others I'm going to plant into the landscape. And then finally, this is going to go outside the back of the fence. Oh my goodness. That crow is telling me something. Is it even a crow? Is it a hawk? A falcon? I don't know what that is. It's some sort of bird of prey. All right, so I picked up a Yukon Bell pyracantha. This eventually will get to be 8 feet high and 10 feet wide. This is going to go behind the fence along with the skip laurels, the cryptomeria, and the hollies and the leylands. So this will have beautiful flowers in the spring and lovely orange berries in the fall and winter, and it will help fill out behind the fence. So that's what I've got so far. I'm gonna pay for these, get them in my car, see how much room I have in my car, and then maybe shop some more. right, folks, I want to give you a little bit of a warning. When you are out plant shopping, especially at a big box store, be careful and watch out for low-priced, enticing, beautiful things, because it might not be what you need. Let me give you an example. Do you see these triple ball topiaries behind me? I walked over right to them and I thought, oh, those are so gorgeous. And I looked at the price tag and I thought, wow, that's cheap. Let me show you why. These are beautiful triple ball topiaries. And they look so perfect, don't they? They're just gorgeous. And then I thought, well, these must be expensive because they're so nice. They're only $43. Okay, what's wrong? What am I missing? And it turns out these are only hardy to zone 9. So these, we live in zone 7. They only are hardy to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. So if I were to buy these and put them in my garden, I would have to take them inside in the winter, but not everybody knows that. So I'm gonna guess that some poor unsuspecting customer is gonna see these, think they're gorgeous, take them home, put them in their garden, either in a beautiful container or into the ground, and then they're gonna die over the winter because they didn't necessarily pay attention to the zone information. So just be really careful when you're buying plants. Make sure that you get them for the zone that you live in. Just make sure, triple check. Now this is an example of a plant that is perfect to buy. Let me show you. These are triple poodle dwarf Alberta spruce. They have a large, a medium, and a small ball. They will require some shaping to keep them in their topiary form. But let's take a look. For $87, they're hardy to zone 4. So that is perfect. We live here in zone 7. These are hardy to zone 4, and so I could put these into the ground, or I could put these into a container. It's always recommended if you're going to put an evergreen into a container, you want a plant that is hardy to 2 zones colder than you. So I need to have a zone 5 plant if I'm going to put it in a container. This is zone 4, so this would be perfect. If I wanted a poodle dwarf Alberta spruce, this would be just the right thing. They have a selection of 2 different camellias here. Let's take a look and see if we want to take any of these home. All right, there's 2 different ones here. One of them is a peachy corally pink called Turandot, I don't know. It is beautifully double one, isn't it? So I would be thinking about, well, what does this look like when it's really in bloom? Do we see any of these, of this variety, that are in bloom? Let's take a peek. What is this? That's the same one, yep. Oh, good, here we go. So this is what it looks like. Ooh, that is a contender. This one might be going home with me. Let's see. I see 3 different specimens here. One of them is currently blooming. The other 2, I don't see any buds on. So if I want to get one that has some chance of enjoying the bloom this year, maybe I'll go for this particular specimen. Because it does at least have, it has 1 old flower, 1 current flower, and 1 new bud. So maybe I'll take this one home. But let's take a look at these others. What's this one? It's a pretty color. It's done blooming, but that's okay. What is it? Ooh, it's got yellows in the middle. This is Kumasaka. And over here we can see this morning's new flower. Ooh, that's striking with that yellow center. Ah, maybe that one will go home. What's that one over there? What is this one? Is this also the Kumasaka? It doesn't say. It doesn't look like it, because look how that's different in the center. What would that one be? Is this the J.C. Ralston one? All right, well, I think of these choices, this is the one for me. Pick this one that's got a bud on it. We can enjoy tomorrow, probably. Well, I'm back from my trip to the big box store, and I was so happy I went today because they had just received apparently some new shipments of plants, maybe yesterday, but it looked like they hadn't been picked over from the weekend. So I found some really cool things that I'm excited to show you. And this is my plant haul. Wow, look at all those. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 new plants. Excellent. All right, so first, these Loropetalum. We had Loropetalum when we lived in Raleigh. They were gorgeous. So there's deep, dark burgundy leaves. And then in the spring, they may be done on this one already, but in the spring they get these red, fringy flowers all up and down the stems inside the plant. And let me see if I can find any evidence of this spring's flowers. No, I don't know that they've flowered already or not. Anyway, this is Ever Red fringe flower. They are beautiful, deep purpley plum color. These will get to be about 6 feet tall and wide if they get the conditions that they really love. So that's going to be a lovely plum color in the garden. I don't have any of that yet, so that's exciting. All right, I already talked about the 3 different boxwoods that I bought. The first kind is the green velvet. There's 3 of those, and a green mountain, just 1 of those. And then the winter gem, I got 4 different ones, 3 different sizes. I got a big one, a medium one, and 2 little ones. And I think one of these little ones has a really strong center stem. I think this one actually has a really strong center stem, and I think this one is destined to become a topiary. But this one will go into the garden, and these will go into the garden as well. I did see there that they also had an even larger size. Let's see, this large size was $40, and it's a 3.5 gallon container. They had a 6-gallon container that was just about double that size for $72, and I decided, well, let me see how it's looking. Maybe I'll come back, and also I'll check some other garden centers and see how the prices compare. All right, you didn't see this while I was shopping. These are Firepower Nandina. They come out with this bright red foliage. Oh, they're so awesome. And then chartreuse and medium green over the course of the season. So lots of color interest. Their stems are red. The underside of their leaves are red. Just so much color as they blow in the wind. They rustle a little bit. These will get to be, I think, 2 to 3 feet wide and tall at their maturity. And I love Nandina. I have some down by the street, and those are a different variety, and these are smaller ones. So these are going to be great, and I'm not exactly sure where they're going yet. We're going to be setting these out and looking for their spots. I did go ahead and get this new camellia. This is the Turandot, or Turando, depending if it's French or not, I don't know. Camellia japonica, and a good price for that. And I got the one that had buds on it. So there's the flower that opened this morning. Just spectacular. This is one from yesterday or the day before. And then this one will be coming tomorrow, as well as I think there was a bud here. Yeah, so we've got still 2 buds to open here. That's going to be gorgeous. I got the pyracantha, that's firethorn, Yukon Bell, and so this is going to go out behind the fence. It'll be tall. I think it's let's see, 8 feet tall, 10 feet wide at maturity. It wants full sun. I think that's what we have out there mostly. Close enough. This does have thorns along it on the more mature stems, so I'm not really going to be playing around with that too much, but this will be a nice addition to outside the fence. And then I got 2 blue point junipers. I mean, these are pretty standard. They're all around everywhere, but I haven't gotten any junipers for the backyard yet, and I do love the color. This is the mature color. This is the new growth color, so this will be aging into more of a blue coloration. I got 2 of them. I might want to get a couple of more. I don't know. We're going to lay these out and see where they go. These will get to be about 10 to 15 feet tall, 5 to 7 feet wide, and give us a nice pyramid structure in a blue color. And they also, at maturity, they will have berries on them, blue winter berries, and we'll be able to make trimmings off of that for winter arrangements at the holiday season. So that's what we got. So I'm excited to get these laid out and put into their spots and see what they're going to look like. So thank you for joining me here and taking a peek at the new evergreens that I bought. I hope that you will come back and watch the next version of our series, which will show where these get installed and how the groupings of evergreens and other things are starting to shape up in the new landscape. Thanks so much for joining us. I hope that you enjoyed what you saw, and if you did, go ahead and hit that like button. Maybe consider subscribing so you can follow along the rest of the project with us. Thanks so much for your time. I enjoyed talking to you, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.